this year we'll be celebrating our Mother's Day celebration. So of course this is in response to our upcoming celebrations of the Mother's Day. So this is our first episode of the Brain Blitz TV specials in response to the Mother's Day celebration. So our focus today of course is giving you informations on the reasons why we should have to give love, and of course we have to make sure that we will be showing this love to our parents or to our mothers, specifically to our mothers. So today I'll be giving you informations on what are the 10 perfect reasons why we should have to love our mom. What's up, Rebel Pips? Welcome back to Brain Blitz TV, and of course today is a brand new episode of this channel, and of course our focus today is the first episode of our Brain Blitz TV specials. So when we talk about Brain Blitz TV specials, our focus is of course giving you informations about special events in the country and of course in the world. So this year we'll be celebrating our Mother's Day celebration. So of course this is in response to our upcoming celebrations of the Mother's Day. So this is our first episode of the Brain Blitz TV specials in response to the Mother's Day celebration. So our focus today of course is giving you informations on the reasons why we should have to give love, and of course we have to make sure that we will be showing this love to our parents or to our mothers, specifically to our mothers. So today I'll be giving you informations on what are the 10 perfect reasons why we should have to love our mom. So this is gonna be our focus for this first episode of Brain Blitz TV specials. And in order for us to easily remember these things, I made a personalized mnemonic of this 10 perfect reasons why we should have to love our mom, and it's gonna be composing of 2 words, and it's composed of 10 perfect letters. So our 2 words is our mothers, and that's gonna be composing of the letters O, U, R, M, O, T, H, E, R, and S. Our mothers. So that's gonna be the 10 perfect reasons why we should have to love our mom. So let's begin with the first word, and that's gonna be the word our. Let's begin with letter O. Letter O is often supports all our ideas and endeavors. So of course, since we were born in this world, I believe that of course our mother or our mom are actually showing us great support in all the things that we do, in all the things that we are actually doing, whether it is gonna be at home or in school or at work. So it is actually obvious that our mother is actually showing us this what you call supportive capacity or supportive reasons why she's actually supportive in all the things that we do. So that is letter O. Often supports in all our ideas. Let's now have our second letter of the 10 perfect reasons of why we should have to show love to our mother. That's gonna be letter U. Letter U stands for understands us even when we are wrong. So of course, even if human as we are, we're actually experiencing this possibility that we're going to commit some possible mistakes or errors or lapses in all the responsibilities that we're doing. So even if we have committed these mistakes, our mom is always there and showing us that her perfect love is actually there, and make us realize that the things that we have done are actually wrong, and of course tries to correct those things and make those things our strength later on, because of course that will actually make this experience our stepping stones, especially in reaching success. So that is letter U. Letter U is understands us even when we are wrong. That's our letter U of the first word for the 10 perfect reasons why we should have to love our mom. Let's now have the last letter of this first word, and that's gonna be letter R. Letter R is reassures us our security as much as possible. Of course, since we were born, of course our mother, and of course let's take into consideration also the responsibility of our father. Both of our parents are actually responsible in securing our safety. So reassures our safety as much as possible. So since infancy, toddlerhood, adolescence until adulthood, she's always there. And of course, showing us the perfect love and showing us the perfect safety. And at the same time, reassures us that we are actually safe inside our house. We are actually safe, and in their arms. So that's gonna be embracing us, the security that we all need. So we're done with our first word, and that's gonna be the word our. Let's proceed now to the second word, and that's gonna be the words mothers. So it's gonna be starting with letter M. Letter M is made it possible for us to experience many things. So of course, as our mother is actually giving us the perfect love, she is always giving us brand new experiences every day. So a lot of things are actually experienced by us, and even if that's gonna be impossible for us to think that it is going to happen, but they can make things happen. So they can make the impossible things to become possible. So that's gonna be letter M. Letter M is make it possible for us to experience many things. Let's now have our second letter of the second word. That's letter O. Letter O is obviously proud of our successes. Of course, our mothers are actually, or our mother are actually giving us this all-out support in all the things that we do, in all our endeavors. Even if we fail sometimes, so still they're actually proud of those things that we have done. So just have to remember always that our mother is obviously proud of all the things that we're doing, especially on our successes in academics, in sports, in extracurricular activities, or in any things that we are doing. So of course, it's obvious that they are proud of what we have done. So it's obvious it's obvious that they are actually showing us that they perfectly loved us, because of course they are actually proud of what they are actually proud of what we've done. Okay, so that's letter O. Obviously proud of our successes. Let's now have the next letter, and that's gonna be letter T. Take the time to build us back up. So in this perfect reason, so it tells us that of course if we fall or if we fail sometimes, they're actually showing us, or she's actually showing us enough time for us to be backed up. So to rebuild ourselves then. So she's actually showing us that there's actually gonna be a reason for us to stand up if we fail in some of our decisions. So then she's actually there to give us time, and at the same time build us back up. That's letter T. Let's now have letter H. Has loved us even on hard times. So of course, there are times that we actually experience things that, of course, sometimes we may experience some arguments, we may experience some opposition of ideas with our mother. So of course, even those hard times, still she's actually showing us the kind of love that we need, the kind of love that is actually needed by her sons and daughters. So therefore, it is actually essential for us to say that, of course, one of the perfect reasons why we are going to say that we love our mom is she's actually loving us even if we have been experiencing the hard times in our lives. Okay, so that is letter H. Letter H is has loved us even on our hard times. Let's now have letter E. Letter E is exhibits tough love to make us better. Of course, some of our parents, or of course our mothers, sometimes are showing us this strict policy at home. So there's a possibility that they will be implementing these things. And of course, by showing that strict policy at home, this kind of love is actually telling us that, of course, she loved us more, because of course she wants us to become better, a better version of their own selves. So that's gonna be letter E. Exhibits tough love to make us better. Let's now have letter R. Responsible enough in giving us life. Of course, this perfect reason is actually not singly performed by our mother. Of course, because of love, we're actually being developed, and at the same time with cooperations of our father. But of course, our mother reared us up for 9 months, and at the same time, that's actually enough for us to say that she is actually giving us more time in making us alive until now. So according to standards, 60 to 80% of what we know is actually coming from our mother, because of course our mother is rearing us better, and that's gonna be one way of telling us that she actually is very important and essential in, of course, giving us life. Whatever our mother is doing, whether she's actually reading books, playing musical instruments, cooking, eating, and a lot of things that she's actually doing, we are actually experiencing it even if we're still in our mother's womb. So that's gonna be letter R, responsible enough in giving us life. Let's now have the last letter of our last word, the second word, that's gonna be letter S. Letter S is she is an irreplaceable figure. So of course, our mother is an irreplaceable person in our lives. So we have to make sure that we have to show them that we love them so much. And of course, even if there are times that we're going to play a bit of it's just a joke for us then, but of course it's essential for us to say that we have to make sure that we'll be showing this to our parents or to our mother, that they are an irreplaceable figure in our lives. Of course, they have created us of who and what we are now, and because of them. So of course, that's gonna be very essential. Okay, so we have completed now the 10 perfect reasons why we should love our mom or why we should love our mother. So let us remember the following 10 perfect reasons, and that's gonna be the mnemonics, our mothers. Let's recap our mothers. Letter O is often supports us in all our ideas. Let's now have letter U. Understands us even if we are wrong. Let's now have letter R. Reassures us our security as much as possible. Let's now have letter M. Make it possible for us to experience many things. Let's now have letter O. Obviously proud of all our successes. Let's now have letter T. Takes the time to build us back up. Let's now have letter H. Has loved us even on those hard times. Let's now have letter E. Exhibits tough love to make us better. Let's now have letter R. Responsible enough in giving us life. And of course, to complete it, let's now have letter S. She is irreplaceable. She is an irreplaceable figure. So we're done with our 10 perfect reasons why we're going to show to our mother or to our parents or to our mom that we love them so much. Before we end this episode of our Brain Beats TV specials, of course, I'll be reading you some of the messages that was actually posted on our page today regarding a message for their mom or a message for themselves or a message for their special parents or for their mother. So I'll be reading the first message, and that's gonna be from Ma'am Emma De Harme. So Ma'am Emma De Harme is a colleague of mine. She's actually our RLE coordinator or RLE chairperson at Liceo de Cagayan University College of Nursing of Liceo de Cagayan University. So I'll have to read her message. Thank you, sir. Happy Mother's Day sa tanan, mama. May the Lord bless them always, especially with good health. Of course, thank you so much, Mom Ems, for your message. And of course, this message is gonna be for all mothers in the world, in the universe today. So of course, it's gonna be very special for all of you guys. So thank you so much, Mom Ems, for your message. Let's now have the second message, and it's gonna be from Ma'am Abby Teresa Tadla. So she's actually a classmate in high school. So sir, her message is, Thanks, Seth. Happy Mother's Day sa akong mama, nanay, and to all mothers in the world. May continue to spread genuine love. Of course, thank you so much, Ma'am Ma'am Abby Teresa Tadlas, for your message. And of course, the love that our mothers are actually showing us are totally genuine, and that's gonna be an irreplaceable form of love them. Thank you so much, Ma'am Abby. Another message is from Ma'am Friendly Alay. So she's actually a colleague of mine also. So uh, thank you so much, Ma'am Fran, or my BFF, or my bully friend in the City Cagayan University. So her message is, thank you BF, happy Mother's Day to all moms like me and to your mom too. So thank you so much, Ma'am Fran Zulueta, for your message. So of course, this message is gonna be important for us to hear, especially for the mom like you also. Another is, we have another message from a friend of mine also, a colleague before in my previous school. That's gonna be Nosy M. Frank, or of course his real name is Ayan Frank Anok, and her message is, Happy Mother's Day sa akong mama. So of course, Happy Mother's Day to your mom, and I hope that you will continue to love your mom even on hard times that you have been experiencing. Okay, so that's gonna be from Ayan Frank Anok. Of course, another message coming from Ma'am Gemma Maria Bonanza. So Ma'am Gemma Maria Bonanza is also a colleague of mine in the university, the College of Nursing of the City Cagayan University. So her message is, thank you sir, happy Mother's Day to your mom also. So happy Mother's Day, Ma'am Gemma, and of course happy Mother's Day also to your mom. And of course, I hope that everything is well. And at the same time, this will be, I think, the last message that I'll be reading for this vlog. And of course, this message is courtesy of Mr. Sean Michaels Makalaging. And of course, Sean is actually a neighbor, and at the same time, one of my students before. And of course, he's already a registered nurse by practice now. And his message is, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for everything you've done for us. It's more than we can ever repay you. Diba? Bongga English tayo. So that's gonna be a message delivered, or a message especially dedicated to your mom. So happy Mother's Day to your mom, Sean Michaels Ganapin Makanagi. So that's it. So thank you so much for all your messages that you have been showing, or that you have been sharing on our Facebook page. And I hope that you're going to continue supporting our channel. And this is gonna be as what I mentioned earlier, this is gonna be our first episode of our Brain Blitz TV specials, and there will be some of the specials later on. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I've given you some good information then on the 10 perfect reasons, or the 10 perfect reasons why we need to love our mother. So that's it for now. This has been Brain Blitz TV. What's in must come out, and what's out must come in. Keep coming, and if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. At the same time, click the notification button for you to be updated of my upcoming uploads of this channel. And at the same time, please don't forget to hit the like button. At the same time, if you have some comments, then comment down below for us to discuss in our next video. Thank you so much. Bye!